How about now, if we can see if there are any abbreviations in here. And there's a very, very common one we'll see a lot of in these documents that we're studying. And I'm going to look for one right now. Well, I don't see it immediately. I'm going to change my tool. I'm going to use a square one for abbreviations, if that's okay with you. And I'm going to use, let's try this blue here. And again, it doesn't really matter. I'm just using these colors to kind of signal to myself that these are different categories. So the one I saw right away as an abbreviation was this one, because my eye just kind of bumped over to it. Looks a lot like the DE, doesn't it? So we see a D and an E there, D and an E, very similar over to D and E here. But there's something else right there. There's a little mark. It's telling us it's abbreviation. So D and an L, a common word, just something we just memorize. That's a DEL, D-E-L. So now we have one of our very first abbreviations. And let's see if we can find another abbreviation. Well, we'll just take the low-hanging fruit. Another one, because we saw this actually in our example of learning how to use SILReST. That's an abbreviation for a person's last name. So we see the F, then RRS, but what's interesting is there is a little, put an asterisk mark there. There is a extra marking there. So I could leave it just like as FRR apostrophe S that I can go back and figure out later on. But in this case, I do know that that is just for Fernandez, just an old spelling of the name Fernandez. So now that means we're up to our abbreviations. So you can see pretty quickly as you start to get kind of comfortable with the manuscript, you'll start to find lots of different kind of letters that will stick out right away. Let's see if we find any cognates. And I do see one already. I'm going to save it. So just looking at the first line, nothing really jumps out right away. Well, this one is kind of a this definitely is kind of a cognate, so let's go ahead and use it. I'm going to choose a star to mark my cognate, and I'll just choose a new color. And again, we're just using these colors as little signals to ourselves to go back and find them. And it's just this word right here. Can you make that out? So we know the D already. I'm going to make a little note of that so we know there's a D there. That looks like an O. And I know already that what this word is. So what would be, the word I'm thinking of is the word power. So we're going to create a little line over here, power. And then the cognate in Spanish is poder. So we can actually then start to see, I could kind of see the P there. So I know there's the P, P, O, D, and then here's an E and an R. So cognate right away there. Oh, I see another one. Oh, here's another cognate. It's the same poder. It's one of these common words that you'll see a lot of it. A lot of these common words showing up, especially in these types of documents we'll be working on, which are basically ecclesiastical business records. So here's another poder there. I'm going to go ahead and just point another one out really quickly. Here's another cognate. So beneficial. I can't be sure of the spelling right now, but I'm thinking of benefice is the cognate. And then just kind of looking very quickly at the word, I can see B-E-N-E-F-I-C-I-A-L. Oh, something like that. Beneficio. I'm not sure, and that's okay. We don't need to know immediately. So we have some cognates, and as you can see, I'm already just been transcribing on the right-hand side. So this is really the best way actually to learn your alphabet. I'm going to go ahead and provide you with a paleographic manual so you can recognize some of the letters. But basically, what we want you to do to learn how to appreciate this 15th century hand is just to build your own alphabet, to start working through text and practicing. It's the only way to get better. All right, that's great. Thank you.